Now, if you watch Personal Defense Network a lot, you know that I'm a big fan of a high compressed ready and not an extended ready position. There's a whole bunch of reasons for that. The main reason is efficiency and consistency. If I can do more things with a gun in a compressed ready than I can in extended, then it's a better choice for me. If I think about going around corners and things like that, exposing the gun in an extended ready, well, that's going to be a bad idea. If I'm inside of an active shooter situation maybe, and I had to draw my gun and shoot someone down to the ground, and I'm not sure if there's another threat, and I leave my gun in an extended ready, and a police officer, and if you saw this, you're a responding police officer, and you saw this person in a crowd in the middle of an active shooter situation, you'd probably reasonably think this person was trying to shoot people, as opposed to this person, or even this person in this compressed ready position, who's looking to see if they need to defend themselves from someone, right? So that's another reason we wouldn't want an extended ready position. Obviously, if I'm gonna have an extended ready position, then I'm down here, I'm swinging the gun up, I'm already at extension, and there's no biomechanical lock here. Even if I'm in my line of sight, if I'm swinging the gun over, I have no biomechanical lock. So I really want to get used to driving the gun out. Of course, driving the gun out is consistent with coming up out of the holster and driving the gun out. If I'm reloading in my high compressed ready position, now I'm going to drive out. If I'm clearing a malfunction in here, if I have a problem here, I'm clearing a malfunction, getting that magazine back in there, I'm driving back out. So I really get a lot of consistency. But here's one of the big things. And this is what this gun here, this training gun is great at. When I activate the tattletale, I'm going to know if I'm leaving my finger in the trigger when I don't want it there. And that's one of the things I see with partially extended or fully extended ready positions. People putting their finger near the trigger when they don't want to. It's called trigger checking. There's been a lot of studies done on this, no matter how well trained someone is, that if they're moving around a house and they think there might be a threat over there and they start to creep out, law enforcement guys in training, SWAT guys, that trigger finger can get in there, and it's not supposed to be. If I haven't committed to coming out and shooting and actually taking that shot, I don't want my finger anywhere near the trigger, and the reason is grasp reflex. Grasp reflex is a phenomenon where I have my finger kind of floating around the trigger, and then something happens over here and I pull the trigger because I get startled. Or my partner bumps into me and I fire a shot as he bumps into me and my finger compresses down on this gun as I lose my balance. It's a very well documented phenomenon that when you're startled, when you're caught off guard, when you start to go off balance, you tend to clamp down. So keeping your finger out of the trigger is really important. Well, you might say, well, I can just train myself to keep my finger off the trigger even at an extended ready. And that's where we get back to inefficiency and inconsistency. I'm training myself in the worst case scenarios very close in to start pressing that trigger on the way out. My finger should be going into the trigger guard when I'm extending to shoot. I don't want to wait until I'm at full extension and make another decision and another action to shoot, slapping at the trigger. So because I'm going to go in as I come out of my compressed ready, I'm going to shoot. I never hear that tattletale. The tattletale only shows up when my finger's in there, but I haven't taken a shot. Because my finger should not be in there ever, especially that long, if all I'm doing is standing by in a ready. Another advantage of the compressed ready position, the trigger finger will always be in your safe index.
In addition to the trigger finger tattletale sensor, the Advanced Training Laser Pistol also features the ability to change weighted magazines, and the laser itself can be integrated with a variety of training targets and training simulators. The lasers can be infrared or traditional red lasers, and you can adjust the windage and elevation to make sure that your shots are going where they intend to.